We are snowed in, girl. Kinda. You know how much I've been telling you how much I love this process, and it's things like this that make me love it so much. I'm making it easy for myself. Hey girl, hey, it's me, Amber D, and thank you so much for coming through for another video. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, girl, so as you saw earlier this morning, I was up and out at my laser hair removal appointment. Today, I got my underarms done in full Brazilian, and I'm there every month. I go every 4 weeks, so 4 weeks when I'm back again, I'll be getting my face and my happy trail done. And then when I go back in 4 weeks, I'll get the same areas treated today. Again, I'll get them treated then when I'm back in 8 weeks, again with my underarms and my full Brazilian. So I get 4 areas treated total, and I go every 4 weeks, and I just alternate between the areas. But anyway, right now I am working on just kind of filling in my little bullet book to keep me gorgeously organized. This is the book that I got when I was at the bookstore last. I got this book as well as my life questions book, which I have also started on. So for this book for now, since it's kind of like a planner slash journal slash life coach type situation going on, I did kind of start filling in my wheel of balance. Some areas where I feel like I'm farther along in my journey have been coded in closer to 10. Some areas where I know I have a lot of work to do didn't get past 2 or 3. So that's just kind of there to help me see where I'm starting from and what goals needs to be at a higher priority because I have a farther way to go on those. And then as far as the yearly me section goes, it has just like kind of a section for you to put goals in for each month of the year, and it goes all the way through. So for now, I just filled out January. I did fill in the name for each month, but that's as far as I got for each month other than January. I just put in the main goals I have for January, my main 2 goals, which I have like 3 things that I'm working on so far this month, but I just put the 2 in there. And then I filled out the monthly section. This goes into more detail of my monthly goals, and then this is the month of January here. So I've checked off some of the things that I've gotten done through today. And then again, on this side is just a reminder of the goals that I'm working on throughout the month. And then when I get to the weekly section for this month, the weekly section is towards the back of the book. I filled out all of the weeks for the month of January, everything I have going on for January. And then I've kind of checked off the things I have for week 1 and week 2. And right now we are on week 3. So I've just kind of been checking off and writing out each thing, like each one main goal for each day. for the month of January. And then as far as my weeks go, I'll continue on when I get to February, when I fill out my February month section and do all those things like that. So I'm just kind of taking it month by month, week by week, which is really all we can do anyway. Just kind of go day by day and do our best each day. Also, it has like each sections in here, like there's home improvement sections, different things like that. I'm not working on home improvement projects this month, but when I am, I'll come back to that section. But one of the main things I'm working on this month, it has a personal trainer section where you just kind of focus on the different exercises or different ways you want to move your body. And then also it has different reasons that you may want to move your body, and it just kind of has you check off the different reasons. Not everybody's, fitness intentions, goals, reasons are the same. So it's kind of help you to focus on your why. And then it also has just behind it a little area of like nutrition for what you want to eat, or what you need to eat, or how you want to change your diet to reach the goals that you set for yourself fitness wise. So I filled in those two sections mostly for me, movement exercise wise. I'm just continuing to focus on stretching more. I want to stretch 3 to 4 days out of the week, and I want to do at least one pose session a month. So I have that down in my body movement personal trainer exercise section. And then as far as the nutrition, I just have, increasing the collagen powder for this month. I'm sticking to 3 to 4 days a month just to make sure we don't have any extraness as far as I'm breaking out. And then if we're good there, it's when, moving into February, I may move it to 5 or 6 days a week. Also, I have in here where I'm keeping track of, the extra protein that I'm adding to my diet on the mornings, where I have, the extra protein from my boiled egg, and then my extra the extra protein that I have in the different snacks that I'm trying to focus on. So it has those different sections here, and it's just nice to have a place to write it down and kind of go back and check off and see how I'm doing, mark my progress. So far so good with my little bullet book. I'm really liking it, and I definitely plan to continue to use it. And then as far as my life questions book goes, like I was telling you before, it has 300 life questions. So I feel like this is perfect for me to just kind of get in here every other day or two and do one question. Since I'm not somebody that journals daily, I can still get this done before the end of the year if I'm going in and doing 1 or 2 questions a day. But then also if I still skip a day or two, I'm not gonna feel like I have to go back and do some extra questions to make up for the days that I skipped. I can just kind of come in and do it as I feel comfortable, and it doesn't feel forced or anything like that. Like I was telling you before, it literally starts with the about me section, and then there's a lot of about me questions, and then it goes to history, and it has a bunch of history questions about you specifically, and then it has future questions, again, about you specifically and what you see for your future. Literally, the very first question was, what brings you joy? And I literally just answered it really quickly with 3 things that bring me joy. The next question is, what's your favorite place on earth? Do you dislike conflict? Why? Are you an outdoors kind of person? Like, it's asking kind of basic questions, but as you get deeper into the list of questions, the questions get a little more heavy, a little more deep. And then of course, as you get deeper into the book and you go into the history and the future sections, it definitely kind of gets down to some of the things that you may have buried deep down inside that you don't want to think about, that may be affecting your behavior or your relationships at this point in life. So I definitely feel like this is something that'll be beneficial for me. Again, since I did my prompted journaling challenge last year, this is just going to kind of build on that, and I'm definitely excited about it. But anyway, girl, I'm just about to get to today's question in my life questions book. And other than that, I'm trying not to do too much today. This morning before I left for my appointment, I did write my next chapter in my 3rd book. I'm almost completely done with the edits for my 2nd book, so I'll be submitting for copyrights for that soon. But other than that, I'm gonna call it a day and just keep it real chill today. girl. So, as you can see, we are snowed in, girl. Kind of, maybe a little bit. But we are having our southern part of the state of Texas snow day, if you can even call it that, girl. We have maybe an inch of accumulation outside, maybe. And you know, the whole city shut down, the whole greater Austin area. All the schools were canceled. I was already off today, so I was already planning to stay at home and not leave the house and get out in any of this kind of weather. Husband he did actually end up being off today. He was scheduled to work, but he did end up actually being off today. But it was nice. I had a nice slow morning, warm and cozy. I made some breakfast. And I was just working on my little bullet book, keeping up with. I did have my extra protein for breakfast this morning. I didn't have my regular boiled egg that I've been having the past few mornings, but I did in the breakfast that I made this morning. And I did have eggs in there in addition to other stuff. And then I also did stretch this morning. I've been keeping up with my stretching 3 to 4 mornings a week. I also had my pole session this morning. I've been keeping up with my pole sessions once a week. When I poll, I don't always include it in my videos, not here for YouTube. Sometimes I'll just post like in my stories on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please do. But I don't know. I don't always feel like my videos, I don't know how YouTube feels about my videos when I include my poll sessions in them. Whenever I include it in my little intro clips, I feel like those videos can kind of get less views than normal, even though my views are kind of up and down sometimes. But even if I include it in a video but don't include it in the intro clips, sometimes it'll do like a little bit better. So I don't really include a lot of my poll journey here on YouTube. I'm just not really sure how YouTube feels about pole dance content. As someone who has actively searched pole dance videos before, they still don't show up a lot in my algorithm, like hardly ever. So I just don't know how YouTube feels about that type of content. So I don't always post it in my videos here, but I will insert a clip of this morning's pole session because it was a good one. This was the first morning this year that crazy enough that we had our little snowstorm this morning, but I did actually get a little more undressed for my pole session. I didn't just keep my leggings on. I actually had some shorts on this morning. So it was good to do a little bit more than I have been doing, but it still feels really good. And like I said, since I've been stretching, keeping up with my stretching, I feel really good. And I don't feel like my muscles are getting really tight when I'm trying to do some of the more difficult moves. So that was really good. I had a really good pole session this morning. But other than that, like I said, I just filled in my bullet journal, and then I also filled out I answered another life question, so I'm moving along with that as far as, you know, doing more prompted journaling this year. So I'm feeling really good about that as well. I'm excited to see where that takes me. But right now I'm about to write my chapter for the day. I'm currently working on my 3rd book. Also currently editing my 2nd book, which will be released in March of this year. So I'm almost done editing, and as soon as I'm done, I'll submit for copyrights. And that my last one took about a month to get back. But even if I don't get it back before release date, it's still fine. But I should still have enough time to get it back. But anyway, writing today's chapter for my 3rd book, and I feel like I'm really getting the hang of my writing schedule. What has helped me so far, I found my writing method that really helps me. And as someone who is not a full-time writer, this is not my full-time job yet, what works for me is writing in the morning. And on mornings where I have to go to work, I don't write on those days because I'm not going to get up early enough to write my chapter and then still get ready and be to work on time. I'm just not going to get up that early. But I also know I'm not going to want to get off work and come home and write a chapter. So those days I just take writing completely out of the equation. And on the days that I'm off, which is 3 to 4 mornings a week, the days that I don't go into work, I'll get up, I'll do my morning routine, and then I'll write a chapter. I'll go through, before I actually start writing a chapter, I'll go through and reread the chapter I wrote the last day I was writing. And usually when I'm writing, when I get to the next chapter, because I have my outline and I already know what all of the chapters are going to be about, I'll go ahead and write like my first sentence or two of the next chapter to get myself going. So today I was rereading the chapter I wrote last time, and then as I was about to start today's chapter, I already have the first sentence or two. Sometimes I may even have a whole paragraph on how the next chapter is starting, just to kind of just to kind of get the ball rolling and have some of that same momentum that I had finishing that last chapter to carry me into the next one. As my mind was thinking how I already wanted that next chapter to start, now I haven't forgotten anything, and I'm not just kind of wasting time figuring out how I want to get this next chapter started. The next chapter is already a little bit started for me, so I can just kind of finish up where I left off and then keep going to finish out that chapter. So that's what's been helping me in my writer journey as someone who doesn't get to write every day. Sometimes 2 or 3 days go by, in between my last chapter and my next chapter. And I've thought about a lot of different things. I've slept several times since then. So sometimes I don't remember exactly what happened last, but rereading that last chapter and then already having a little bit started for me helps me to kind of pick things back up, and I'm not wasting a lot of time trying to think about where I should go next. So that definitely helps, having my outline, rereading the chapter, and then already starting a little bit for myself on the next chapter. That helps a lot to be able to keep the ball rolling to where, like I said, I don't waste a lot of time picking up, and then I also don't get discouraged that I don't even really want to keep going and keep writing because it's just taking too long to get started, and I just kind of get distracted and discouraged, because I know me and I want to make this process easy for myself, and how I have settled into this writing routine is making it easy for me to love the process. You know how much I've been telling you how much I love this process, and it's things like this that make me love it so much. I'm making it easy for myself. I'm making it fun for myself, and I'm excited. Like I said, I'm at this point, I'm not halfway through just yet, but we're definitely getting there. I'm definitely on Act 2. I'm on Act 2 of 3 right now. So I'm excited to wrap up this series and just kind of have everything come to an end for this whole Vibe Catcher series for Late Night Vibes, book number 2, and then now book number 3. It's just all coming together, and I can't wait for you to read it, girl. But yeah, girl, I'm going to go ahead and get to today's chapter. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.